Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I'm doing a short vlog from somewhere special. I'm inside of Sledgehammer Games offices. There's all sorts of secret stuff behind me. We'll blur all that out later in post so that these gentlemen in here don't sweat too much, but I'm not alone today. Today I'm with Incredilag.
What's up, man? I got focus. I'm about to drop a nuke.
Yeah, he's got intense focus. So he's playing a live game of Call of Duty in their office. These are just like general public matches. Let's see if I can zoom in. Nope, I'm just ruining my focus is what I'm doing. And J-Hub's here as well, observing because he thinks he's better than me because he's got a fancy tripod and he can film too. But the idea here is that Incredilag is going to get some gameplay and then it's going to send those stats over to Amazon Alexa so that we can ask her some questions about the gameplay and get some unique answers. So we'll just do a little cut here and come back in a minute and then we'll talk to Alexa about how good or bad you are.
Wow. All right.
Well, I mean, we know you're good, but I have to make it interesting.
By the way, if you just want to...
So what I was saying is that we look at your playstyle, so whether it's the average kill distance, total distance traveled, average time moving, that identifies your playstyle, and then we look at other users with similar playstyle that have like really stellar stats, and then based off of that we can compare your stats to that, the expert level stats, and figure out what areas you can actually improve in and which areas you've done really well. So and that's where the machine learning piece comes in. So it's not necessarily what Elite was doing, because Elite was more just like showing you what your stats were, whereas we're actually doing analysis behind that and trying to make recommendations. So
to clarify, this isn't like, I initially thought of it as just like an app for Call of Duty that would just be like, hey, what's my KD? Hey, are my friends online? And it would give me answers. What this is supposed to do is allow the machine learning and thus Alexa to learn like how I play the game and what I'm good at and what I'm bad at and how to get better and some more advanced insights.
And then make recommendations based off of that. So right now we're primarily focused on like loadout recommendations. So based off your playstyle, what loadout might work really well, especially like specific to a particular stat. But we're continuing to iterate on that. So we're starting to look into like map analysis, doing heat maps, and we have a lot of data coming out of the game, so we know if you primarily get shot in the back or if you get shot in the front, and then we can start making more of like map orientation recommendations for you in addition to loadouts.
Gotcha. And I have a question. Obviously, I know this is built around Alexa right now. But when you talk about heat maps and some of this kind of data, some people that are more visual learners like me might prefer to get it in just like a tabulated in a website and in like just a visual form. Is there a visual component coming at some point in the future?
Well, we actually are integrating a visual form for Alexa. There's Alexa Show, so there actually is a screen. So when we get into the heat map stuff, it will display the heat map directly on the Alexa Show. But yes, we are also looking to develop this up into the web form as well. So.
Learned an interesting fun fact. Can you run that one by me again?
Yeah, so we customize the analysis based off of skill level. So if you're a low skill player, we tend to be more positive, but if you're a higher skill player, then we can be a little bit more harsher with you. So
can you give me an example of, let's say I had a terrible game and I ask Alexa how I did, what would it say if I were a potato?
Well, we'll go through it here in a second, and you can see what it actually
it's going to tell you right now. You saw what KD I had. It's about to tell you what happens if.
Well, dude, you actually played really well that game. You had a lot of good shotgun kills.
Bro, I went 37 and 55.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Alexa's got a dump on you.
And for note, just before we play with the stats, you used almost exclusively the combat shotgun.
Only the combat shot. I didn't even kills on nothing else.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we'll jump out of this match, so it won't kick it into a new one. But yeah, so we can start with just showing you some of the other capabilities. So I can ask Alexa, ask Call of Duty if any of my friends are online.
You have one friend online. One of your friends is playing Call of Duty World War II. There is a new match summary. Would you like to review it?
Yes.
Copy that. You went with domination on the Shipment 1944 map. Your team lost. You placed second in that one on your team, and you scored 3,635 points. Let's see where you did your best work. Your highlight reel began with accuracy and headshots. Pretty good, soldier. You racked up 6 headshots. On this map, you lit up the best of the best, with your same play style by 55%. Efficient shooting, soldier. Also, with 62% accuracy, you're making a name for yourself. You stood out among top players, with your same play style. You outshine them by 25%. Somebody stick a marksman first class pin on you. That was the top. Let's look at the bottom. In last place were your kills and KD ratio. 37 kill last match isn't the best outcome, but your effort was 100%. What's more,
They gave me an effort award,
sugarcoating
bro?
this one. Your KD ratio was only 0.67. Want to hear what I do to improve those numbers?
Yes.
Copy that. Generating the goods. Here's the intel on boosting your kills and KD ratio. Taking a glance at others with a similar playstyle on the Shipment 1944 map, you can bring your game up. Consider bringing this fresh loadout to your next fight. The suggested division for you is airborne. For your primary weapon, try out an automatic submachine gun with rapid fire and extended mag. For your basic training perk, try requisitions. Also, consider a lethal like a frag grenade. Would you hope to learn about what's new in Call of Duty?
Sure.
Now, through April 5th, 10 a.m. PT, the Quartermaster's got a heroic triple play to fatten up your armory. The heroic triple play guarantees you 10 rare supply drops plus 2 heroic weapon bribes if you've been searching for the MG42, Devil's Piano 2 or the Field Goal 42. Stripe Happy 2. Here's your chance to get a crack
This
at
thing
them.
knows what we want as well.
Pick up your
doesn't it?
heroic triple
Exactly.
play at the Quartermaster
Alexa?
today.
Cancel. Yeah, so I guess to walk through, so like the online status, it knows who your first party friends are, so it knows how many are online and how many are actually playing Call of Duty. So if they're playing Dota 2 or any of the titles, it will be able to tell you that. For the post-match, I kind of went through earlier, so it's looking at your play style. So Shipment's a little bit of a crazy map, so I think some of the recommendations maybe, they definitely vary from map to map, based off your play style. So one of the things that we've seen a lot of is that different loadouts work better on different maps, and so that's basically what it's trying to recommend for you. I guess if you can hand that over to me. Alexa, ask Call of Duty if I'm close to completing any contracts. Alexa, ask Call of Duty if I'm close to completing any contracts.
All right then. You've accepted 1 daily order and 3 weekly orders. You have completed 2 of 6 daily challenges and 0 of 3 weekly challenges. Here are the orders and contracts you are close to completing. Your first open weekly orders get 75 multi-kills, which earns you a rare supply drop. You have completed 54 out of 75 steps. Your second weekly order is call in 30 score streaks, which earns you
Alexa?
a rare supply.
Cancel. So this is something that will work while you're actually playing the game. So if you want to know what contracts or orders you have, you can actually ask in the middle. So it also will prioritize the one that you're actually closer to. So like these, I've actually made progress. So those are the ones that I wanted to focus on. If I had one that I made no progress, then it would include it, but it'd be like kind of the end of the list. Exactly.
Do you mind if I try to ask it a few random questions? I don't know exactly what you've programmed it with or like what kind of query, but I'm going to try and see what it'll tell me.
Sure.
Alexa, what's my best weapon?
You have to say, Alexa, ask Call of Duty.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Oh. Alexa, ask Call of Duty, what's my best weapon?
That type of intel is not available right now.
So it
Want to hear what contract or orders you are close to completing?
No, thank you.
so it should actually tell
Now, through April 5th, 10 a.m. PT.
Alexa, cancel. Alexa, ask Call of Duty what my best weapon is.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, ask Call of Duty what my best weapon is.
That type of intel is not available right now.
So we're
Wanna hear
currently
about current or
there's a
upcoming
stats issue
events?
that's getting resolved on Friday. So I think that maybe so it does a lot of cool stats things that you can ask it. What is your best weapon? You can ask it what is my KD? What
That
is my
type
KD?
of intel is not available right now.
What is my KD?
Would
for
you like to
the
learn
week?
how you stack up to your friends?
It will do friends comparison. So not only can you see what friends are actually online, it'll say like you compare your friends. So you like my KD's this, and here's like other KD for some of my friends, and then you can kind of see how you're actually stacking up to your friends. So I kind of went through the contract orders. It'll also, because this is a test account, there's not a lot of friends and there's not a lot of historical play. But it will do a weekly analysis. So we kind of went through like the post-match as well as post-match recommendation. but it'll also do something similar on like it'll look at your last week's worth of data and then make recommendations, kind of like show you like how many contracts you've been completing and like kind of give you a synopsis of what you've done over the last week and some areas for improvements around that as well. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Alexa.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Alexa, ask Call of Duty when Modern Warfare 2 Remastered comes out.
That type of intel is not available.
Of course, we knew it, it's classified. So that was Call of Duty with Amazon Alexa, which is interesting in my opinion. I'm not as big on the Alexa app because I just don't like talking to it, but the fact that it's pulling data like that and doing machine learning recommendations for stats and stuff may well put me out of a job. But what I'm more interested in is in the future I can get a tabulated form, a phone app, a website, some sort of utility that I can read, which would be far more useful to me. But I do know that some people like Alexa, so hopefully when this comes out you find it fun. Drifter out.